All right, hey church, we're continuing with our daily reading that we're doing together as a church. It's been great to hear and to read together and to learn, to see some of the videos that some of the other staff members have made and hear the insights that they have and their perspective. And so that's been really great. It's been encouraging. And so we're going to continue that. And so I was reading through today's daily reading, and it's out of 2 Kings, and it's really kind of just like the culmination of really bad decisions that were made by God's people, despite like His warnings of that. And and we read about the kings that were in power, and the huge majority of them really had evil in their hearts and did pretty despicable things. And there were a few that definitely worshiped the Lord and that followed the Lord, but most of them didn't. And so we're seeing this, like, as we read it, it's kind of this wrenching, like all these consequences that are taking place, and we think about, like, God is Almighty. He could have just forced or made them not make those decisions, didn't allow them to make those decisions, right? And so why does He allow us to do that sometimes? And I think about this as a parent. If you're a parent and you raise kids and stuff, there are times when your kids want to do something or they want something, and there's a stance that you take. It's like, no, that's not happening. There's no discussion for it, right? And then there are other times when they ask for something or they want to do something, and you say no, but they're persistent, they really want it, and you come to this point where you're like, you know what, the only way that they're going to really learn and know what is right and wrong is for them to kind of make those choices and then really suffer the consequences. And I think about that as a parent. We want to protect our kids from all bad choices, right? But I think about, like, the potential for growth and learning. Man, if we allow them sometimes to do that on their own, there are things that they learn and they grow in that they would never have otherwise. And I think about that with God's people. And I think about that throughout history, the choices that were made despite knowing that God's, like, it's probably not the greatest thing. And then the consequences that come with that, and then the growth and the learning that comes from that. And we're still dealing with that today. We've learned a lot, right? Because of what has happened in the past, and we continue to learn. And so as we continue to read, I'm encouraged knowing that, like, there are times when I make decisions and choices that aren't the greatest, and then all of a sudden I'm in this place of consequence. But really it's a place, an opportunity to grow. And so my encouragement is that we continue to grow in those times together, individually, but also as a church.